I almost just texted Chris Ballard mid-sentence there, and then I realized that's not something I should do.
With an aging Brady potentially snagging his last Super Bowl ring, many football analysts are now looking to the future. That is why we are breaking down 10 backup quarterbacks who could definitely start for other teams in 2021. Number 10, Jacob Eason. Brissett will start the year as the Colts' backup, but the organization drafted Jacob Eason to be their quarterback of the future. If Indianapolis falls out of playoff contention, the coaching staff might decide to throw Eason into the fire to speed up his development. This is not something the Colts want to do. Now, Eason has a gigantic arm, but his technique needs a lot of refinement. In particular, his footwork could be all over the place during his time at Washington. He is a guy who needs practice reps to improve some of his bad habits. To put it bluntly, the only way he's going to see the field for the Colts in 2021 is if things have gone really bad for the team on the field. It will either require the team to fall out of playoff contention or for both Rivers and Brissett to be unavailable due to injury. Eason is not a guy who projects to be ready to play meaningful games for the Colts as a rookie. Not everything goes according to plan in the NFL though. That is why Eason has a significant chance to steal a few starts away from the other quarterbacks on the Colts roster. Number 9, Justin Herbert. Tagovailoa isn't the only first-round quarterback selection who is slated to enter the year as his team's backup. Herbert went one spot later than Tua at number 6, and he is going to start the year on the bench behind Tyrod Taylor for the Chargers. Now, unlike Tua, Herbert enters the NFL without any real concerns about his health. He didn't struggle with any serious injuries during his Oregon career, and instead, the concerns with Herbert are all about his ability to make a quick transition to life in the NFL. The inaccuracy he showed during his collegiate career concerned a lot of scouts heading into the draft. The Chargers obviously believe they can fix those issues, but it's likely going to take some significant time on the practice field to get him ready for some more meaningful snaps. Number 8, Tua Tagovailoa. The Dolphins didn't spend the number 5 overall pick in the 2020 draft on Tua to give him a full year on the sidelines. Now, he probably won't unseat Ryan Fitzpatrick for the starting job before week 1 arrives, but as soon as he demonstrates a strong grasp of the playbook and a clean bill of health, he is going to seize the team's starting job. Miami is fortunate to have a quality player like Fitzpatrick to keep the team afloat while Tua gets healthy. It is possible the former Harvard star can keep the team close enough to .500 to keep his job until the halfway point. It really all boils down to health for Tua. The minute he shows up the team's medical staff that his body is 100%, it is going to be up to the coaching staff to get him ready to play. Fitzpatrick is just keeping the position warm for his talented rookie teammate. Number 7, Ryan Fitzpatrick. Now, in hindsight, it turned out that the Miami Dolphins rookie quarterback Tua was probably not inserted into the starting lineup too soon, as the team continued its playoff push behind the prized Alabama prospect. But there is no denying that veteran Ryan Fitzpatrick showed that he had a lot left in the tank earlier in the season, and filled in admirably in a spot start against the New York Jets in Week 12. In addition to his ability to give the offense a spark, the 38-year-old is also highly regarded as one of the best leaders and teammates in the NFL. As the Dolphins will likely officially hand the keys to Tua for the 2021 season, Fitzpatrick might be seeking other opportunities to start, even if it is just a placeholder for a younger quarterback. Number 6, Jacoby Brissett. Now, while it is apparent that the Indianapolis Colts don't view Brissett as a viable starting option that can get the team into the postseason, he has made a few cameo appearances this season in special scenarios. When the Colts have been in a goal-to-go or short yardage situation, they brought solidly built Brissett, who is 6'4", 238 pounds, to execute quarterback sneaks. Additionally, when Indianapolis have been in Hail Mary situations, they have opted to let him be the quarterback that fires the ball 50 to 60 yards in the air instead of starter Phillip Rivers. There's more to playing quarterback than just the physical demands of the position, but it is better to have some physical talent as a starting point and improve in other areas than the other way around. Still, just 28 years old, Brissett has already started 32 games at quarterback in the NFL, and teams could do worse than someone who has the ability to change secondaries down the field and punch in 1-yard touchdowns. Number 5, Carson Wentz. After having received multiple opportunities to turn his season around, the Philadelphia Eagles finally decided they could no longer press on with Carson Wentz at quarterback. Each game looked worse than the next, and Jalen Hurts' early returns have been everything fans would want to see from a modern-day NFL quarterback. Unless Hurts hits a rookie wall soon, it would be difficult for Eagles management to defend a return to Wentz under center. Wentz's contract is massive and would not be desirable to take on unless a team really felt like they could turn his fortunes around. Now, he is only 27 years old and could still very well bounce back to the form he had in 2017 when he was 11-2 as a starting quarterback, but that seems like decades ago in NFL timeline. Still, one would think that he would get at least one or two other chances to start elsewhere if Philadelphia decided to go in a different direction. Number 4, Alex Smith. There isn't a team in the NFL whose locker room would not be improved by the presence of Alex Smith. He's never had the rocket arm that so many NFL prospects come into the league with, and has dealt with the expectations of being a number 1 overall pick in the eyes of many did not pan out. Most recently and most notably, the 36-year-old quarterback had to battle back from a devastating leg injury suffered in the 2018 season. Smith has a stabilized Washington football team that started 1-5 this season and now stands a good chance of winning the NFC East. It seems like Washington might want to set their starting quarterback expectations a little bit higher for 2021 and may bring Smith back as a reserve. But other franchises might be willing to woo Smith away from the nation's capital in order to bring leadership to their rosters. Number 3, Jordan Love. This scenario sticks out like a sore thumb because this would not be an outside team looking for a calming veteran influence. If Jordan Love was named the starter heading into the 2021 season, then something seriously damaging would have to happen between Aaron Rodgers and Green Bay Packers management. Now, it is unlikely that things get that contentious between the future Hall of Fame quarterback and the team, as Rodgers currently has the Packers in the mix for a number 1 seed and is the frontrunner for the MVP award. But we have seen things turn rather quickly before in this situation with Green Bay in the past, as the team traded Brett Favre to the New York Jets in 2008 after they lost the NFC Championship game. The possibility of Love being the leader of the team does seem remote now, but hey, there's always a chance. Number 2, Jameis Winston. Even though it has to be disappointing for Winston to have been bypassed with the opportunity to start in the absence of starting quarterback Drew Brees, there still figures to be teams who will value his sabbatical year learning under Saints head coach Sean Payton. The former number 1 overall pick will undoubtedly need to assure his next offensive coordinator that he will take much better care of the ball moving forward, but his arm talent and ability to make things happen is still better than many quarterbacks that are playing right now. Ideally, Winston would land with a team that has a Kevin Stefanski-like approach, which is to say, run the football as many times as possible and only expose the quarterback in low-risk play-action settings. Number 1, Taysom Hill. Although slightly on the older side at 30 years old, Taysom Hill still feels like a young quarterback because fans have only seen him in short bursts. But Hill fits the same mold that has catapulted Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson, and Jalen Hurts, for now, to success. Opposing defenses have to account for that possibility of the athletic jack-of-all-trades taking a draw play for 20 yards, just as much as a 20-yard throw up the seam. Now, based on what has transpired this season in New Orleans, and with Brees likely to call it a career sooner rather than later, Hill seems to be the frontrunner to start at quarterback for the Saints next year. He received a 2-year contract extension in April and has been a favorite of Coach Payton for a few years now. Now, did we miss anybody? Let us know in the comments which backup quarterback you think should be starting the 2021 season. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new content. This has been our breakdown of the 10 backup quarterbacks who could definitely start for other teams in 2021.